I want to work on my childhood car with absolutely no prior experience. I want to go and wrench on it and try to see if I can fix this car to flip it for a profit. Or something else that you guys will see in the future. I've watched a ton of these videos where people will just go out and buy these exotic cars for dirt cheap and fix them up like it's nothing, which might have made me a little delusional. Because while I'm in the automotive industry, I have no experience working on cars. Until today, that is. This is my 2015 335i. It was the first car I bought in high school, having to work 2 in order to afford it. Crazy stupid, am I right? But for the past year, it's been sitting in front of my house collecting dust, and a few problems have popped up with it. So I want to fix up my childhood car because I want to see if it's really that easy. So will a complete beginner be able to work on a car from scratch? Will I get rinsed and lose a ton of money? Or will I fulfill my dreams of finally becoming top tier mechanic? I don't know. But what I do know is I have a car sitting right out there ready to get worked on. So without any further ado, let's start working on it. So before we actually start working on the car, we need to figure out what's wrong with it. So the things I've found about the car is that it's blowing this white smoke from under the engine. It won't switch modes, so it won't go into sports mode or eco mode. And after plugging in an OBD2 reader, we're getting 2 faults that pop up, which weirdly enough are the exact same thing. On top of that, the car is just filthy in general. And finally, the back brake light and the front low light don't seem to be working. So those are things that we need to fix. So let's figure out how to diagnose and fix those things. So now that we're at my rat's nest of a setup, we're able to research and figure out a few things. First things first, the sport mode, lip mode issue that we're having. So get real close when I tell you guys this. It was the tire pressure all along. Something as big as not being able to put the car in either eco or sports mode happened to come from tire pressure. Like, what? Which, I mean, lucky enough for us, that's an easy fix, but like, what are the engineers at BMW thinking with that? It makes no sense. Second of all, the white smoke could be a million things. It could be a valve cover leak, it could be a coolant leak, it could be an oil leak. You'd think it's an OnlyFans model the way everything's leaking. So, unfortunately, I'm not smart enough to figure out what's actually wrong with this car. But lucky for me, I know someone right next door who's a lot more knowledgeable on these things. So, I'll probably have him take a look at it. With the brake light and the tail light, what seems to be the issue is when I brought it in a while back, for it to be fixed and serviced, I brought it to your ordinary, everyday, run-of-the-mill mechanic shop. And it seems like they put a non-OEM part in. The problem with that is that it led to failure down the road. Which is a very bad thing if you don't know. So me, being extremely intelligent and very, very sexy,
Stop the cap.
I found a fix for this. It's called eBay. So what I'm probably gonna have to do is scrounge around eBay and find compatible parts for a very cheap price that we can throw on this BMW. I'm going to hold off on that though because I have a few ideas of other things we can do that might be better for our circumstances. I completely forgot. The OBD2 reader. So it was giving us a reading where in bank 1, the fuel was running too lean. I did some research on that too, and same thing as the smoke. 1,000,001 things. So with that all being said, that left me with one choice. To go to my neighbor.
Alright, we're headed over right now.
Hey, what's up? I'm giving you the keys to the 335i.
Yeah, I might be able to take them tomorrow, but I might be able to take them next day. But no worries, whatever, grab it. Yeah, whatever, Todd.
So we're gonna hand the car off to him. But before we do that, let's go put some air in these tires. 3, 2, 1. All right, we got the battery discharge, low tire pressure. Also, another thing is that the handbrake is really hard to get down. It's like sometimes it's like stuck even. So that's also another thing that we got to get addressed. Every single day, every single time, I think we're finding something new wrong with this car. But so we gotta go and get this bad boy, get the tires fielded, on to Costco. Watch the car explode on me. All right, so we finally made it to the tire station. We're just gonna check what we need to put in the side part right here. 32 in the front, 38 in the back. Why can't you fill a tire? Oh, you look at that. No tire pressure. So let's start driving home. Out of here, boys. Out of ears, boys. Life could be a dream. Shaboom. Let's throw on the 335i playlist. Screw it. Sport Plus mode. Habibi, let's send it! She's not going out of sport! Alright, so now that we've potentially made the car worse and we have tire in our airs, wait, let's go get this car handed off to our neighbor. So let me just shoot him a quick text and we can hand the car off to him to get it diagnosed. Alright, it is the next day and if you look right out there, the car is officially gone. So it's currently July 15th, 5 days later from when I recorded the last clip. So 5 honey packets later, 2 rhino pills, and a whole lot of gooning material later, we have the car back. Yay, I know, right? No. So I have some good news and some bad news. Good news first, they were able to figure out everything fairly quickly, deducing on what was wrong with the car. But they were able to fix it all, which isn't good at all. But Weiss, why isn't it good at all? Well, now I have less content to film, which isn't a bad thing, honestly. The dude gave me a great price, hooked me up. To be fair, I didn't really specify that I only wanted a diagnosis and I didn't want them to specifically work on the car. So that is on me. I mean, my fault. But that leaves us with a car that's slightly fixed without us knowing. So after fixing and repairing all that, we seem to be in the clear. Although my neighbor being a really close friend of mine, he's no saint. So he did have to charge us for the work. So after the battery, the valve cover, and all the other shenanigans, our total cost came out to... It came out to $650. I talked a lot on that clip, so I wanted to kind of cut it down, but it was $650. Is it a bad price by any means? No. Do I wish I could have done it myself for cheaper? Yes. But we are not completely out of the woods yet because there are a few things we still need to do to this car. But you guys are gonna have to wait till next part because I need to financially recover after this one. So please watch this video, like, comment, subscribe because I'm going broke. But with that being said, thank you guys for all the love and support. I wanna thank you guys so much for letting me hit 1,000. And I wanna ask you guys one final question. Do you guys wanna see me mod this car into something crazy? We're talking Gaps Lamborghinis crazy. Or do you guys wanna see me sell this car for a project car? Let me know down in the comments below and let me know whether I should mod it or what car I should pick up after I sell it. But until next time, I'll see you guys.